This is John T for the Boxing Voice, and I'm joined this evening by newly turned professional light middleweight Carl Fowl. How are you doing, Carl?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you, mate.
Good, good. Right, I'm going to ask you lots about your career and that in a minute, but it looks like you're in the hotel. So did you arrive in the bubble safely?
Yeah, mate, got to the bubble a few hours ago, came in, got a COVID test, and now we have to isolate in the room for 24 hours, which is going to be loads of fun.
Nightmare. So are you allowed to get room service and that, or have you got all your stuff? You probably don't want to eat too much because you've got to make weight, right?
Yeah, well, I actually do the weight pretty good, so I'm quite professional, so I'm not far off my weight, but we have room service, I think, about R6. So I'll have that. I've actually brought some food with me as well, so I'll eat then, and then I won't eat till after the weigh-in then.
Good stuff. Well, look, I'm going to talk to you about the fight in a minute on Friday. It's your debut. You're going to be on a televised live show, which is fantastic. But before I do that, I've read up quite a lot about you. You've got a really good amateur pedigree, and there's a lot of noise about you. So tell me a little bit about yourself in terms of your amateur career and what got you into boxing.
Well, me and my twin both started boxing the same day when I was 11 years old. My twin brother Ben Fell.
Nice.
And yeah, we've been there ever since. We trained at a Farcon Boxing Club since 11 as well with my coach John Daly. I won the youth ABAs at 2015, my first ABA title, and then I went on to win the senior ABAs as well after that, which is England boxing now, England boxing tournament. I went on to win that, and then yeah, from there really it was just I won GB titles, national titles. I got into the GB team after that. And then I went on to box internationally from there for the last four or 5 years.
Excellent. Look,
and
really
yeah, I'll probably say my two best achievements was I won 2 European silver medals, which I'm proud of.
And so you should be. Well done, mate. Well, that explains the noise I've been hearing about you on the circuit. So really good you've turned. So I was going to ask about your brother. You've already mentioned it. So for the fans that aren't aware, you obviously have got a twin brother who is boxing as well. Big Ben, yeah, he turned pro at the same time, I think, but he had a fight at the back end of last year. How does it feel having a brother doing it with you? Is it quite competitive? Does it make the journey easier for you?
Well, I wouldn't say competitive, but we push each other. Like, for example, when I was doing my last set of sprints last week, he was like waiting for me on the hill, and when I was really like had nothing left, he'd push me. So we're always pushing each other, whether it's running, bag work, pad work. We always push each other. It's great. I love training my brother. I trained with him up until I was on the GB team, and then obviously I was on there training, and so to be able to come back to him now, it's great. I love it. I'm doing what I love, and I get to do it with my twin brother.
It must be. I mean, being a twin, I'm obviously not, but that's an experience in itself that I'm sure that the two of you are on a same wavelength at times, and you read stuff about that. But to actually be going through that and having him doing exactly the same thing, as time goes on with your careers, I'm imagining that would be really good for you because you'll both know how each other feel. And sometimes when you talk to someone about a problem or something and they don't actually go through it, it's harder for them to understand. So what are your spars like? You're both like welterweights. You must spar each other, do you?
No, we don't. We stopped sparring each other, I think, when we was about 15 or 14. I think when we was younger, we used to have the spars. But as you get older, your power develops. And then it was like, I remember one spar we had, he hit me with an uppercut, and my head went back, and he just put his hands down, and he was like, I don't want to do this no more. Like, spar each other. You're supposed to get enjoyment. You know, if you land a clean shot on someone, you get a buzz. But when you hit your twin brother, it ain't that feeling. So we just decided from there, we was like, we have so many people in the world to fight. Why would you choose to fight your family?
That makes perfect sense, mate, to be fair. When I was preparing my questions, I was thinking, I bet the spars are really competitive. I bet they want to beat each other up. But it does make sense. And add to the fact, I bet your mum would want to kill both of you if you're hitting each other. Like you say, there's other people that can come and hit you and you hit back. So, but that's good.
Of course.
Right, but let's move on to Friday. It's your first fight as a pro. You're in the bubble. How was the experience so far? I know you've only just got there and you're in isolation, but what's it feel like to know that you're going to have no fans there, but your first fight live on a televised card?
It's exciting. Obviously, I've got a great team in MTK Global. It's my management team, Adam Lee, and two very good, trusted people in the sport. And for me, with the no crowds, with international boxing, when I was going to these other countries, like everyone's saying, oh, the hotel, the food, but they don't understand. I've been going to Romania and Poland and Kazakhstan where we're in 2-star hotels and we're sleeping on like the mattress on the floor and no TV. So they're saying all this to me, and I'm saying like this is like look, this is luxury to me. There isn't no crowds in international boxing anyway, so it's nothing new to me in a sense. It's something I'm gonna be comfortable with. So I'm looking forward to going out there, just staying focused and getting the job done.
Yeah, what interesting stuff you've said there. You're right. Sometimes people think, oh, it's quite hard work because you've got to sit in the bedroom all night, but it could be a lot worse. Like you just said, you've been through more. So
exactly.
Good stuff. Right. What do you know about the opponent, Jordan? And the reason I asked that specifically is knowing people on the circuit that I do. This is a tough debut. It's, in my opinion, it's also a risky fight for Jordan. So for the fans, for the benefit, Jordan is 4-0, and there's a lot of noise about him that he's a really good prospect as well. And then we got someone coming on with a debut with a decorated amateur history. It feels like you shouldn't be meeting at this stage, but it's a great fight for the fans.
Yeah, well, I'm not really. I try not to get involved in the matchmaking, and I do know to a certain extent, but I trust I have a good team around me, and I trust my team and Lee and they discuss and they put it to me. And as a fighter, I think I'd fight anybody. If it was down to me, I'd fight anybody. So I try not to put that into my hands. I spoke to my team, and it was down to them, and they think it's a calculated risk. Let's call it a calculated risk. We know he's a good opponent.
He's come in at quite short notice.
I'm here to make a statement. Yeah, he's had a few weeks. Yeah, he's had a few weeks notice, and yeah, he's taken it. I think he's taken it, which is I respect him, but I'm out here to make a statement, and I think this is going to be a good opportunity for me to go out there and show the boxing world who Carl Fail is.
I definitely think you'll be doing that, certainly at the British level, at the level you're at the moment, that people that, you know, start knowing all the pros that have just turned through and that, it feels like a great fight on paper. So I'll be looking forward to it. And like you said, should you come through that, people will say it's no easy start for you, which would then show good signs that you're going to have a really good career after that. Well, look, good luck to you. Thanks for taking the time out. Hopefully for you come through, and we'll pick up with you after the fight at some stage. All right.
Wicked. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Carl. All the best. Cheers.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows. The list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.